about to go in. I run it up in there. Right, kinda on what? Nigga, shit so fucking hard, hey. What? Urban side to side, I've been swerving and the fag, got been serving and the fab out the pen. Now we need to work around the platform and drip around the time. Never serving and the spell, try to pen. I love my new.
This live stream may contain content that could be perceived as shocking or offensive, but it is presented solely for educational purposes. Viewer discretion is advised. We strive to adhere to community guidelines, and any potentially sensitive material is shared with the intent of fostering understanding and learning.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Atypical Security Guard. I want to welcome you to tonight's live stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a couple of different things, but mostly we're going to be doing some video reactions just to some crazy videos that are out there involving private security. Always enjoy the opportunity to talk about some of these things with you. You know, unfortunately, you know, for private security, we don't work in a capacity that's similar to law enforcement. Law enforcement, you know, they have their training academies, they have their field training, and then throughout the course of, you know, their weeks, their months, their years, they have the opportunity to kind of break down certain videos and certain situations, body cam footage, things like that. In the security field, we don't really have that. We have this great thing called YouTube. We have an amazing source called Reddit. And I think for us, the best thing that we can do is look at some of these videos, talk about the situations, and then dialogue as to what we think is the best way that you could handle those situations if they happen to be something that you have to deal with. So as always, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. The comments are open here. And if at any point in time you want to join the stream, there will be a link that is in the comments. Let me go ahead and put that in there. There will be a link in the comments that will bring you right into the stream. Guys, listen, all you have to do, copy and paste in your browser, the comment right here. This is going to bring you into the stream. You can be a part of the conversation. You can talk about what we're going to be looking over here. Great way for us to share information and dialogue and help build this community. So the first thing that we are going to do today is we're going to talk about something that I'm really proud of. I'm very excited about. I'm hopeful that you guys will be excited about this. And it's going to be the upcoming gear launch. You know, for me personally, I have spent, you know, hundreds, almost to thousands of dollars following 2A companies, following military companies. You know, I'm really big in, you know, 2A type t-shirts, military style t-shirts. You know, there's companies out there that are just known for having this kind of gear. I love sharing my affinity with firearms and concealed carry and all that kind of stuff. But unfortunately, you know, for us in the security field, there's not really anything that's out there that's based solely around private security. I mean, listen, it's one of those industries where, you know, we don't get a lot of respect. You know, we're not considered first responders. We're not considered law enforcement, you know, and a lot of the things that surround our industry, they're just kind of looked down upon. But not for me, guys. I want to lean into who we are and what we are. And if I'm going to spend, you know, 15, 20 bucks on a t-shirt, I'd rather spend that 15, 20 bucks on a t-shirt that represents our community. And that's the security guard community. So, you know, I have started this company. It's called Bones and Brew Security. Okay. So it's t-shirts, it's morale patches. I'm utilizing the logo that you guys have seen on my channel for the last, you know, couple of weeks, last couple of months. You know, for me, I love coffee. I probably drink 5 to 6 coffees a day. It's very rare if you were to see me at my location to see me without a cup of coffee. And I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not. I have bones all throughout my body. Now, I'm a big fan of skulls. I'm a big fan of skeletons. I love that kind of imagery. And it's something that you see a lot in like 2A military type shirts. And so it's going to be incorporated into the shirts. I've got a couple of different designs. I'm not going to show you guys everything right now. A lot of it's still in development. But just, you know, this is one of the main logos, the coffee logo. This is the what I call love of my life. When I do the female security guards that'll be incorporated into, you know, the shirts. we're going to make sure that everything is done modestly, tastefully. But I do like skull. So you'll probably see a lot of skull imagery utilized in a lot of those shirts. And then someone had said that when they looked at I call this guy Big Thick. When they saw like one of my Big Thick t-shirts, they were like, yeah, that security guard, you need to slim him down. He needs to lose some weight. I disagree because, guys, look, I'm probably about 45 pounds overweight myself. The general, thought around private security guards is that we're either vastly overweight or that we're vastly underweight. And I want to lean into that. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a lot of our guys who are in private security that are a little bit heavier. They need to be represented. And if I put like a forward operator on these shirts, I think people would say, hey, look, that's not the image of private security. This guy looks like a lot of guys that I know. And at my heaviest, he kind of looks like me. But we're going to be leaning into that, right? This is one of the logos that'll be on the inside. I have the ability to put like an inner lining logo, kind of like where the tag goes. And this will also be one of like the secondary logos for some of the shirts that we have. And then this is the Major League Security patch. It's already been made. It's being shipped right now. And again, it's got the heavy set security guard. We're leaning into that. And it's all about being a professional. Listen, I'm not going to run away from who we are. I'm not going to run away from the stereotypes that people have of us. I'm going to lean into that and utilize a lot of that standard imagery that people have of the private security industry, but put my spin on it, put that swag on it. This is the Bones and Brew logo. It's already been created. This is one of the first morale patches. Now, it's important to say that these morale patches, these t-shirts, these aren't things that you should be wearing while you're working. I don't think you should have these on your kit while you're at work working in the security capacity. But if you're going to the gun range, if you're going to go out and run and gun, if you're hitting the gym, anything and everything that you can do, man. Like if you're going to support what we're doing, definitely, man, buy some of this stuff, get some of this merch, and help support it, because I think it's needed. I want private security guards more than anything to feel proud and confident in what we do and who we are. And so, yeah, I'm putting my money where my mouth is and creating this for all of us. This is the Bones and Brew Tactical security guard logo. This is going to be one of the morale patches to come down the pipe. It's actually being developed. Once it's done, I'll put that in the community tab. And then once I have these guys, they'll be for sale. There's going to be a website associated with this. You'll be able to go right to the website, pay with Apple Pay, have everything shipped to you. And man, I would love your support. I really would. I think it's awesome. And I would love to know what your thoughts are. And there's going to be some opportunities for me to put some gear up there and have you guys look it over and tell me what you think. Actually, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I have one of the test hoodies on right now. Guys, check this out. Don't look at my ass, okay? But check this out. Can you guys see that? All right. So this is one of the first hoodies. I just wanted to get it brought in and see how it felt. It's Gildan 5. I think it's like a Gildan 5000. Very heavyweight hoodie. This is a double XL. Fits really good. All the way down past my hips. Logo right here on right there. Logo on the side. So yeah. Just working on this stuff. I'm not going to tell you guys what the website name is. I'm not going to release any of that stuff until I've got samples in hand. I've been able to try everything on, quality control, make sure that the print looks good. And then once everything's a go and I have the patches in hand, we're going to release the website and have you guys go ahead and check that shit out. And like I said, man, this is all about supporting the security guard community. So hope you guys are cool with that. All right. The next topic for tonight is going to be the rise of security robots. You guys remember Robbie? We had the robot Robbie that came on, and this is something they have here in Portland. It's, this big R2D2 looking thing, and it's an absolute joke. But there are some things that are coming down the pipe that are not a joke at all, and I want to share that with you. So we're going to bring in a video here. And I think that this is called a robot called Ascento, Ascento. This little thing looks really cute, but I want you guys to see what they've got going on with this. Check this out. This is the Acento security guard robot. Very similar to Robbie, but a different construction. Check this out. So that is the Acento robot. Now, guys, look, you see on that thing, one of the things it's doing, it's patrolling. It's, logging in the locations. It's able to, read the door readers, scan license plates, take all this information. And as you can see, they have, one person that's manning this thing on the other side. I'm assuming this thing can patrol for hours on end without needing to take breaks, without needing to go to the bathroom, without needing to call off. When I'm looking at something like this, I'm seeing the industry for unarmed security, which is basically the observe and report model, right? Making sure that doors are locked, making sure the parking lot is clear, checking to see if people are parked for too long. You can do that with the license plate reader. Being able to work in all types of weather. Guys, like, this is something that should worry you. We talk a lot about companies like Allied Universal, companies like Securitas, and how they are underbidding contracts, potentially violating antitrust, law in terms of, having a monopoly. But I think the thing that we should be mostly concerned about, if this is something that you're wanting to do as a career, is this type of technology. This type of technology is becoming more and more prevalent, more and more available. And that mundane, run-of-the-mill, just watch something, report something, these types of robots are going to slash the industry dramatically. Guys, there's over 30,000 security guards in Oregon alone. That's just in Oregon, okay? I would say the vast majority of that 30,000, it's unarmed security doing things like this, like patrol, documentation and reporting. So, this is something that's very frightening to me. Now, a bigger issue that goes a step beyond that is a company called Boston Dynamics. If you guys watch the show Black Mirror, Black Mirror had an episode. I never watched the episode, but in that episode, they have these robot dogs. Now, this is something that has been in development for years. I want to show you guys the video for the Boston Dynamics dog, and it's completely a step above what you guys just saw. And we'll talk about what I think their thought process is for the Boston Dynamics dog. Stand by.
Dog named Spot has been revealed by Boston Dynamics. The Google-owned robotics company released this YouTube video of Spot, a four-legged robot that can navigate rough terrain and office cubicles alike. The four-legged creation runs on an electric motor that powers a series of hydraulics. The motor is responsible for controlling the movement of a mechanical system. Spot can be seen walking indoors, walking through various outdoor terrains, climbing stairs and running. The video also shows Spot being kicked, a bit mean, but presumably to demonstrate its use of a sensor that helps.
Did you guys see that gyroscope when he kicks that robot? Hang on a second. Look at him try and kick this thing over.
Also shows Spot being kicked, a bit mean, but presumably to demonstrate its use of a sensor that helps it navigate and walk.
Why is that being done? So that it can't be tipped over. Guys, look, when I was working in the riots in 2020, you had, a host of lawsuits that came from that situation. Think of an area like Portland, think of an area like, California, Los Angeles, California, Minneapolis, Chicago, places where you have these large scale protests, right? What came from the large scale protests here in Portland were widespread lawsuits against the police department for police brutality, a lot of it for targeted enforcement, a lot of it for racial profiling. If they deploy 60, 70, 80 of these Boston Dynamic dogs, and they are able to deploy pepper spray, they're able to deploy taser, they're able to gather information, like the ability for these robotic dogs to deal with things like crowd control, to deal with things like riots, like that's where I think that is going. And I think it's going to be something that is used, I don't want to say in a more nefarious way, but definitely in a more aggressive way than that Ascento thing beforehand. Guys, the video that I just showed you, everything that's going on with this Boston Dynamic dog, that video came out in 2013. That's the technology that they had developed for the Boston Dynamic robotic dog in 2013. That video that's an old video. Imagine what they're able to do now. Imagine the technology that they have in terms of not just the robotic dog, but any levels of security, any levels of law enforcement, in terms of AI or in terms of robotics. We are truly in a position right now where, a lot of us, we're thinking that some of these changes, some of these issues, some of these things are going to be coming down the pipe. And it's like, yeah, we've got, 5-10 years before we see something where all unarmed security is removed. I don't think so. I was watching this video the other day. They had come out with this AI video creation. Okay. And I remember, early last year, they were talking about how it was going to be 3 to 4 years before the development of this technology truly, had eclipsed. And so in the video, it's a video of an AI generated Will Smith, and he's eating spaghetti, but it's all wonky. His face is moving weird, and it looks like something that a computer created. They came out last week with a video, and it's like, it looks like me talking to you. Like the technology that they were saying was going to be developed over the next 2 to 4 years, it took them 8 months. So I want you guys to be aware that changes in technology, the development of things like AI, of robotics, I want you guys to be watching that, because if you're not making moves to either A, advance in the career of security, or B, get into school and get yourself an education for a field that you can utilize moving forward. C, if you're not working towards law enforcement. D, maybe getting into the military. But I'm concerned that this is not an industry where at the lower level, there's going to be a lot of work for people. And that can be as soon as, like, I want to say 5 years, but I think it could be as soon as 2 to 3 years, guys. So, pay attention to that stuff. Don't take it lightly. It's not a joke. We got a lot of things that are going to be changing in the next couple of years, maybe faster than that. All right, let's see what we got here. Warden says, yeah, I saw those videos. Yep. Warden says good stuff. I appreciate that. Absolutely. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is going to be our video reaction. Boom. There we go. All right, guys. So the first video that we're going to be reacting to today is going to be Elder on Elder crime. I want you guys to watch this video. It comes from Reddit. Fair use. I'm utilizing this to discuss tactics training, how to address these types of situations. But I want to show you guys this video, and then I want you to tell me how you would handle this situation if you were working security. So you're working security, you're working in a mall, and then you have an interaction with an older person. This is what happens. How would you handle it? Stand by.
Don't touch me. 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 All right. And that's on camera. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
So this happens very, very quickly. Okay. And there's not a lot of lead up in this video. Looks like we have a, it could be just a random mall guard. He looks to be, no disrespect. He looks to be elderly. He's dealing with an elderly black woman here. There seems to be some sort of argument or issue that's already going on. And he gets a little close to her, but it doesn't look like he does anything that's really aggressive. But guys, look, you've probably dealt with people. I'm not going to point out any certain demographic or type of person, but you've probably dealt with people where, just your presence, they're already, amped up and they get a little bit of, a little aggressive. What will you do in a situation where you're maybe trying to direct this person, you're trying to talk to this person, give them some sort of directive, and this lady smacks the living shit out of you? This is an older woman. It's a woman. It's an older woman. Looks like she has some people with her. How would you handle this this situation? Let's play it again. Stand by.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. All right. And that's on camera. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
So we're going to discount the fact that he is also elderly. I'm asking you guys this question based on who you are now and what you guys would do in this situation. Do you go hands-on with this person? Do you try and detain them for battery, for assault? Do you take it on the chin? What do you do in this situation? If you're working in a retail establishment, you're working in a store, is that the precedent that you want set, that it's okay for them to put their hands on you? And I'm not giving you guys my opinion either way. I'm asking you what you guys think that you would do in that situation. Warden says, I'm spraying her. I'm hoping that you're saying pepper spray, right? But he's saying, look, in that situation, I'm pepper spraying her. You put your hands on me, you're getting dealt with. It doesn't matter. Okay. Jake Spade Production says, hey, bud. Absolutely. How are you, Jake? Or Jack, excuse me, Jack. I would love to know what your thoughts are in this situation. Are you going hands on? Are you going to detain her for the police? You're going to pepper spray her like Warden says? You're going to just take it on the chin, let her walk away, right? Warden says she's going to jail. He's not playing these games. Let's play it one more time. Okay, stand by. Pull this back here. And remember, this happens super, super early in the clip. He just has his hands up. He doesn't seem like he's being aggressive. She's going to push his hand away, and then she's going to slap him.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. All right. And that's on camera. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And that's in the name of Jesus, our devil, in the name of Allah, Buddha, all that shit. He's not going to touch me.
Does it make a difference that she has this guy with her? And again, guys, take the, there's other security guards here. I didn't realize that. There's other security guards that are in the area. This guy looks like he's, decent size, young enough to be able to handle this guy that's in front of him if he becomes a problem. But, there's more than one security guard there. I don't see why they can't make a detainment here. Let's see what happens a little bit further into the video. Stand by.
I want my chocolate. That's your people. Talk to him. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. Touch me. You got that right. You got that right. There ain't no walking you back to the wall.
Okay, so that's it. What do you guys think? Jack Spade Productions, assault on a security officer in Texas is a 3rd-degree felony. What is that? Are you serious? Yo, that's real talk. That's a 3rd-degree felony, assault on a security guard. Dude, I love Texas more and more and more every single day. That is dope. Why is that not an issue like nationwide? That is awesome. 3rd-degree felony. Oh my God. Woo! I love it. I love it. Dude, that's sick. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, shit. Okay. Let's see here. What was my next one? I had another video for you guys. Hang on here. I'm losing my stuff here. All right. So the next video that I want to show you guys, it has to do with Lloyd Banks. This used to be my favorite rapper, guys. Back in the early 2000s, the G Unit era, my man Lloyd Banks is a beast. And I was so shocked to see this video because it's out of pocket. It's crazy out of pocket. So I definitely want to get you guys' opinion on this. So backstory, Lloyd Banks looks like he's doing a concert somewhere. I'm going to assume that he has come off the stage and into the crowd. And it looks like the security guard is trying to get him either back on the stage or out of this area. And then Lloyd Banks just goes completely like off the rails here. All right. Stand by. Let me pull the video up here. All right.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't need no security. Get the fuck away from the stage. Now do this again.
So it looks like he's come down off the stage and maybe the security guards are doing their job and trying to make sure that he's not in a position where, you know, people can easily get to him, cause a problem, hurt or harm him. That's literally what they're there for. And guys, I apologize. When I find these videos, there's like the lead up to whatever caused the issue. A lot of times it's not being shown. So I'm catching stuff like right as it's happening. So we're going to play this video again. Looks like the security guard here in front of him, the guy with the short sleeve shirt, the yellow writing. There seems to be another, I'm going to assume maybe Lloyd Banks' security guy that's behind him. There's multiple officers in the area. And it just looks as though he's trying to stop him from getting into the crowd. But watch what he does here.
Security, go that way. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need no security. Get the fuck away from the stage. Now do this again. Hands up. Hands up.
So right there, you see the security guy is like now standing in his position and he looks absolutely pissed. I mean, he's like, fuck this guy. What do you guys do in that situation? You're hired to work security. Your detail is to, you know, protect the client, the subject, the principal, make sure that the crowd doesn't come across a certain area. They've got a barrier there. They've got a gap in between the stage and in between that barrier to make sure that people don't get across for this very reason. If the artist themselves put themselves in that position, come down there and want to get close to the fans and be around the fans, what do you do in that situation? Right. But if you're also working in that capacity and he puts his hands on you like that, like, how do you handle that? Again, this is very similar. Those two videos, although they have people of a very diverse age range in terms of difference, right? The older lady and the celebrity, to me, the situations are exactly the same. You are working in a security capacity. You're doing your job. Someone has put their hands on you and they are both in what would be a very special demographic, one in age and one in status and stature. But do you let that slide? Do you allow that person to assault you in that situation? Does Lloyd Banks, being a world famous rapper, give him the authority and the ability to put his hands on you in that situation? Let's play this video again. We'll start it over. Stand by.
Security, go that way. Get the fuck out of here. I don't need no security. Get the fuck away from the stage. Now do this again.
I mean, if I'm running the security team, we're out. All right, everybody, let's go. We're done. You know what I mean? Like if that's the way it's going to be, then you and your homie over here, y'all can handle security for the rest of the night. Like, fuck it. I'm not going to have my guys work in that situation. After you've put your hands on one of my employees, like if this is me and this is my security company, I'm on some Dave Chappelle shit, dude. Let me pull this out real quick. When the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith thing happened, like days after that happened, my wife and I went to see Dave Chappelle at the Moda Center in Portland. So Dave Chappelle, you know, he's talking to the crowd and he's like, I know you guys want me to address the whole Chris Rock, Will Smith thing. And he was like, everybody keeps asking me, you know, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do in that situation? And he goes, I can tell you what I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have let that show continue. He goes, now, I don't know if I can beat Will Smith's ass. He was like, more than likely I can't. He goes, but what's not going to happen is that everybody's just going to go back to drinking their wine and watching the rest of the show. I kind of feel that way. If I'm running the security team and we're in a situation like that, and the principal puts his hands on my employee, like either we are leaving right then, right there, and we're going to deal with this later, or I'm more likely to go over there and get into it with this guy. Like, that's not going to happen. I can't imagine that anybody that I know security company wise would allow their employees to be handled like that. Let's get a couple of the comments in on this. Jack Spade Production says all knives and brass knuckles are legal here as well. So many people carry them in public places. I mean, a lot. This is going back to being in Texas and it being a felony to put your hands on a security guard. I need to make a video on that just by itself. Warden says, no, Lloyd has to be dealt with the hard life. Let him protect himself if he wants to act tough. Yeah, absolutely. The whole crew were out of there. Speaking of acting tough, wait, one more. Warden says, okay, yeah. Speaking of acting tough, guys, look, there's a situation I want to show you this video of. And I show you this because I've been in this situation myself. Let me pull this up here. There is one maneuver that is literally the most dangerous move in the arsenal when we talk about self-defense, when we talk about acts of aggression. Some would say that move is the rear naked choke. And I'm going to argue that for the everyday average person, the rear naked choke has done far less damage and has landed far less people in jail than what we're going to be discussing. And the move that we're going to be discussing is, can you guess? Can you guess? The common everyday shove. This is one thing that security guards allow themselves to do way too often without any regard for the repercussions of what can come from this. And I say this as someone who has found himself on the side of doing this more times than I would like to admit. I've been in a situation on 2 occasions. Guys, I am 6'1". I'm anywhere from 258 to 275, depending on when you find me, right? And the vast majority of people in Portland, the vast majority of people that I dealt with in Pennsylvania, you know, the demographic of people that I interact with when I'm working, these are generally homeless people. These are drug addicts. You know, these are people who are maybe inebriated, right? And in all those situations, when people are getting too close, when people are getting in my face, getting in my space, if I don't think about it, and I said on 2 occasions, I put myself in this very same situation. In order to get the people back, you give them that quick little shove. But that quick little shove done on concrete leads to people doing exactly what we're going to see in this video. Okay, stand by.
Yo, ow, bro, bro, get up, come on, yo. I told you to chill, come on, bro. Like, don't no need for that shit, come on.
That quick little shove on someone who's much smaller, someone who's potentially drunk, someone who's potentially high, someone that's frail. And I know, guys, I know what you're thinking. Hey, fuck around and find out. You get in my face, you get too close to me. I have every right to defend myself. I have every right to create that space. But if you watch this video, you will see what everybody does in this situation. The person is walking up to you. They're talking shit. They're getting in your face. And as security guards, as bouncers, we grow roots. And what I mean by we grow roots is we literally stand there and we hold our ground and we give commands to the person to get out of our face, to back up, to give us space until we get to that point where we offer this shove. And every single time that I have done something like this, unfortunately, that's been the reaction. Person falls, oftentimes a person might hit their head on the concrete. And guys, if you're in a situation like this, you have to know that people die from this. People die from hitting their head on the concrete just like that. And people get convicted for manslaughter. People that get into just a pissing contest at a bar. People that get into a pissing contest at a restaurant, at a gas station. This very same situation has led to the death of people and the prosecution of people. And what I would like for us as security guards to start doing and start thinking about is just uprooting yourself. When you're in these situations and that's happening, these people are talking shit to you, they're getting up in your chest, back up. Guys, listen, if we just in that situation, if this bouncer would just have taken 4, 5, 6 steps back, walked back towards the door, even if he doesn't get all the way back into the door, if that subject continues to follow him and then he were to deliver that same push, it looks a lot more defensive than offensive. And I know that a lot of you guys are going to say, hey, he had every right to do that. Okay, I get it. But I think it was PBE on one of the last streams. He says, you have to think like a district attorney and you have to think like the people that are going to be sitting on that jury. The district attorney is not a security guard. The district attorney is not a bouncer. The people that are sitting on that jury, they're just everyday people. And when they look at that video, regardless of the fact that the subject is approaching the bouncer, regardless of the fact that he's not backing up, regardless of the fact that he's not listening to the commands, when they look at that video, what do they see? They see
Get up, bro. Like, yo, there was no need for that shit, though, bro.
a much bigger man pushing a much smaller man, and a much smaller man hitting his head on the concrete. And that is how they are going to decide your fate or mine. When I saw this video, man, it really made me shudder, because I've been in this situation. I have been in this situation twice. I'm not going to go into any more points about it. I ain't trying to incriminate myself, but I have done that same shit in the past. So I am telling you guys that you have to watch that. Okay. No bueno. Let's watch it one more time all the way through, and then we'll leave it at that. All right. Stand by.
Yo. Ow. Bro. Bro, get up, come on. Yo. I told you to chill, come on, bro. Like, there was no need for that shit, though. Come on. Bro, get up, bro. Like, yo, there was no need for that shit, though, bro. Because that's got caught on camera, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, there was just no need for that shit, though, bro. Like, come on, bro. But there was no need for that. I'm next? Bro, I'm next?
Yeah, I definitely would not say to offer any sort of commentary after you've done that. Telling somebody that they're next is definitely not a good look. Not going to look good in court either.
I'm not even doing shit right now. I was trying to calm it down, bro, and you're like bugging the fuck out, though, bro.
Yeah, not a good look at all. Yeah, listen, in a situation like that, you find yourself in that kind of a position, you've done something like that, you need to start rendering aid. You know, he's making the phone call. I'm assuming he's calling the police. Maybe he's calling an ambulance, but definitely render aid. Make it look like you care and you give a shit. And definitely don't say anything stupid like you're next and have that on video. That's not going to go over well. So, all right, guys, listen, that's pretty much all that I have for you today. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you guys being a part of tonight's stream. Just breaking down a couple of videos, talking to you about a couple of things. But the most important thing, guys, is sharing with you the clothing line that's coming. All right. Remember. All right. Atypical security guard gear, Bones and Brew security gear coming soon. Morale patches, t-shirts, all things security. Represent, guys. Wear our shit. Get it out there. You know, let's start building this community even bigger than it is. We're so close to 10,000 subscribers. Share with people what we're doing here. We've got to get the security industry on the same page, guys, because look, I really don't know how much time we have left. Everything that's coming with gun control, with, you know, these major box type companies that are coming in and undercutting everything and have a monopoly, these damn robots that are coming, AI, anything and everything. We've got to get on the same page. We have all got to start pushing in the same direction and try to save our industry, guys. I like working security. I love what I do. I love the industry. I love what we're creating. So please share this with people. And when I start dropping this merch, I would really appreciate it if you guys would pick up some of the stuff and support what we're doing. All right. As always, watch your six, watch your back, heads on a swivel, be safe and be great. All right. Be great.
I'm gonna go ahead. I run it up in the right kind of what? Nigga, shit so fucking hard, yeah. What? Sad, I've been swerving and the fag, I've been serving and